Good evening, friends. Welcome to this transformational venture. Today's topic is developing marketing strategies and customer value plan. I'm going to deliver the second part of my lecture. The learning objective, number one, to understand marketing and how to create customer value. Second, to understand strategic planning and marketing innovation. After attending this session, you shall be able to develop a good marketing strategy and plan for your business. Let me recap the topics I covered in the first part of my lecture of this series. It was defining marketing for the startups. Please mute yourself. We discussed customer value proposition, the 4 aspects of CVP business model. We discussed the 10 deadly sins of marketing, the 10 commandments of marketing. We discussed the orientation towards the marketplace, the evolution of marketing concept from production oriented business concept to product concept to selling concept to marketing concept, and finally the holistic marketing concept. We are now focusing on the holistic marketing concept based on development, design and implementation of different marketing programs, process and activities that recognize their breadth and interdependence. We also discussed the 4 components characterizing the holistic marketing, which are relationship marketing, integrated marketing, internal marketing, and performance marketing. We also discussed the updated 4 P's of marketing mix. The traditional 4 P's of marketing are product, place, promotion, and price. But from that traditional view of 4 P's, we have to upgrade our organization to modern marketing management 4 P's, which are people, process, program, and performance. We also discussed the 7 key marketing tasks, which are developing marketing strategies and plans, assessing marketing opportunities and customer value, choosing value, designing value, delivering value, communicating value, sustaining growth and value. At the end note, I mentioned that marketing is really just about sharing your passion. The best marketing strategy ever is your care. People don't buy what you do, they buy what you do it, why you do it. Start with building some few people strongly love your product, not something 1 million people kind of like. Amazing things happen with when you listen to the customer, give them quality. That is the best kind of advertising. Where we ended our first part. Now today I'm going to discuss the second part, which is developing marketing strategies and customer value plan. The task of any business is to deliver customer value at a profit. At our CVP business model, this customer value was very important aspect. At the same time, we emphasized on the value, or we emphasized on the profit. In a hyper-competitive economy with increasingly informed buyers faced with abundant choices, a company can only win by fine-tuning the value delivery process, and choosing, providing, and communicating superior value to the customers. These are the 6 phases of value delivery process. The traditional view of marketing is that the firm makes something and then sells it, with marketing taking place in the selling process. Organizations that subscribe to this view have the best chance of succeeding in economies marked by goods shortage, where consumers are not fuzzy about quality, features of the product, or the style. Now, this traditional view will not work in the present situation. However, in economies with many different types of people, each with individual wants, perceptions, preferences, and buying criteria, the smart competitors must design and deliver their offerings for well-defined target markets. This realization inspired a new view of business process that places marketing at the beginning of planning. Instead of emphasizing making and selling, companies now see themselves as part of value creation and delivery process. We can divide the value creation and delivery sequence into these following 6 phases. Firstly, assessing market opportunities and the customer value, which involves environment scanning and developing insights about customer needs, wants, and motives. Secondly, choosing the value includes critical decisions pertaining to segmenting, targeting, positioning, and branding, which is the essence of strategic marketing. Thirdly, designing value relates to decisions involving product or services and the strategy related to product or services, new offerings, and pricing. Fourthly, delivering the value, which focuses on distribution and access issues. Fifthly, communicating the value through integrated marketing communication, choosing among the various choices in mass and personalized media. Finally, the values of created needs to be grown and sustained through globalization and holistic marketing organization. So, the value creation and the delivery process begins much before there is a product or service, and it continues through development and after launch. I would like to mention here that in today's world, marketing is all about creating value and delivering the value. It's not only limited to selling the product. Michael Porter has proposed the value chain as a tool for identifying different ways to create more customer value. According to this model, every firm is a synthesis of activities performed to design, produce, market, deliver, and support its product. The value chain identifies 9 strategically relevant activities, out of which 5 are primary and 4 are supportive activities. Those activities create value and cost also in a specific business. The primary activities are inbound logistics or bringing materials into the businesses. Second, operations, which is converting material into the final product. Third is the outbound logistics or shipping out the final products. Fourth is marketing, which includes sales. And fifth is the service. Specialized departments handle the support services like procurement, technology development, human resource management, and the firm's infrastructure. Infrastructure covers the cost of general management, planning, finance, accounting, legal, and the government affairs. The firm's task is now to examine its cost and performance in each value creating activity and look for ways to improve it. The entrepreneurs should also estimate the competitors' cost and performance as benchmarks against which to compare their own cost and performance. And you should go further and study the best of class practices of the world's best companies. We can identify best practice companies by consulting customers, suppliers, distributors, financial analysts, trade associations, and the trade magazines to see whom they rate.
Sorry,
Please,
sir.
please,
Uh,
Excuse me, sir. Sorry for interrupting,
not
but the
audible.
slides
Your
are
picture
not
is not
visible.
visible.
sorry,
So the slides are not visible.
is it visible now?
No, sir. I guess the screen sharing has been stopped by mistake.
I have to give you some time, please. Is it coming now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is
Is it
visible now.
okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
So, what I was discussing, uh, we can identify best practice companies by consulting customers, suppliers, distributors, financial analysts, trade associations, and trade magazines to see whom they rate. Hello, is it echoing?
Yes. Yes, sir. You are audible to us.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, to examine whom they rate as doing the best job. Even the best companies can benchmark against other industries if it is necessary to improve their performance. To support its corporate goal to be more innovative, General Electric has benchmarked against Procter and Gamble as well as developing its own best practices. The firm's success depends not only on how well each department performs its work, but also on how well the company coordinates departmental activity and conduct the core business processes. The core business processes are the market sensing process, where all the activities in gathering and acting upon information about the market, the new offering realization process, where all the activities in researching, developing and launching a new high quality offering quickly and within your budget, the customer acquisition process, where all the activities in defining target market and prospecting for new customers, the customer relationship management process, where all the activities are involved in building deeper understanding, relationship and offerings to the individual customers, the fulfillment of management process, where all the activities in receiving and approving orders, shipping the goods on time and collecting for the payment. Please mute. Please mute. Now, strong companies are re-engineering their workflows and building cross-functional teams to be responsible for each process. Take the example of Xerox. A customer operation group links sales, shipping, installation, after sales service and billing. So these activities flow smoothly into one another. All the winning companies excel at managing their core business processes through a cross-functional team. These cross-functional teams exist in non-profit organizations also, and also in the government organizational. So to be successful, the startup entrepreneurs needs to look for competitive advantages beyond its own operations into the value chain of suppliers, distributors and customers. Many companies today have partnered with specific suppliers and distributors in order to create a superior value delivery network for their organization, which is called as supply chain. I would like to give you a small example of Maruti Suzuki. Maruti Suzuki India Limited engages with its suppliers on an ongoing basis to keep them abreast of the global quality levels. This is achieved through programs that help them share and upgrade best practice in operations, quality control, cost competitiveness, profitability, financial matters, everything. These focus on the quality and the need to cater to the high demand, particularly during a period of car parts shortage. This forced Maruti Suzuki to reconsider its relationship with a few of its suppliers The chairman once said that without a strong balance sheet and resource, it will be impossible for parts makers to expand at the same pace as Maruti. So Maruti Suzuki has been working to help such suppliers without offering direct financial assistance, but with the hope that they would not need to drop any suppliers. Next is core competencies. Traditionally, most of the companies owned and controlled their resources that entered their businesses, like labor, materials, machine, information, energy. But nowadays, many organizations are outsourcing and giving a pace for less critical resources if they can obtain better quality or lower cost from the suppliers. The key then is to own and nurture the resources and competencies that make up the essence of the business. Many textile industry, chemical industry, computer and electronic product firms do not manufacture their own products because offshore manufacturers are more competent in their task. Instead, they focus on product design and development and marketing as their core competencies. Therefore, a core competency has three characteristics. One, it is a source of competitive advantage and makes a significant contribution to perceived customer benefit. Second, it has applications in a wide variety of markets. And third, it is difficult for competitors to imitate. The competitive advantages also argues to companies that possess distinctive capabilities or excel their broader business processes. Competitive advantage ultimately drives from how well the company has fitted its core competencies and distinctive capabilities into tightly interlocking activity systems. Competitors find it hard to imitate Southwest Airlines in the US or Walmart, the largest retailer, or Eika, the largest ready-made furniture retailer, because they are unable to copy their activity system. So, the business realignment may be necessary for your business to maximize the core competencies of your team. It has three distinct steps. Step number one, redefine the business concept or define a big idea. Step number two, reshape the business scope. And step number three, repositioning the company's brand identity. Consider what Godrej is doing to realign its furniture business. Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing Company, you know that it is a company synonymous with locks, cupboards, office furniture in India. They decided to bring its furniture offerings for home and institutional segments under one umbrella called Godrej Interior. This decision was promoted in 2006 and was prompted by the growing competition in the institutional segments, evolving the customer taste, and the aim to increase its market share in the home segment. Since then, leading designers have worked with the brand to create offerings that are of international standard and designed to cater the needs and taste of modern Indian consumers. Godrej Interior's home furniture division, which accounts for nearly 35 to 40% of Godrej Interior's turnover, has grown by nearly 25% year on year. With the launch of new range of products in 2010, the company hoped that this division would grow by more than 30%, which they achieved at the latter stage. Now, I am going to my next topic, holistic marketing orientation and customer value. One view of holistic marketing sees it as integrating the value exploration, value creation, and value delivery activities with the purpose of building long-term, mutually satisfying relationships and caring among the key stakeholders. The holistic marketers succeed by managing a superior value chain that delivers a high level of product quality, service, and speed. They achieve profitable growth by expanding customer share, building customer loyalty, capturing customer lifetime value. The holistic marketers should address three key management questions. One is value exploration, how a company identifies a new value opportunity. Second is value creation, how a company efficiently creates more promising new value offerings. And third is value delivery, how a company uses its capabilities and infrastructure to deliver the new value offerings more efficiently. So, as a new organization, all the startup firms and MSMEs should give focus on these three key management questions: value exploration, value creation, and value delivery. To ensure they select and execute the right activities, all the entrepreneurs must give priority to strategic planning in three key areas. One, managing a company's business as an investment portfolio. Second, assessing each business strength by considering the market growth rate and the company's position and fit in that market. And third, establishing a strategy. The company must develop a game plan for achieving each business's long run objective. In case of large companies, you will find the strategy at 4 organizational levels: corporate level, division level, business unit level, and product level. The corporate headquarters are responsible for designing a corporate strategic plan to guide the whole enterprise. It makes decisions on the amount of resources to allocate to each of the division, as well as on which businesses to start or eliminate. Each division establishes a plan covering the allocation of funds to each business unit within the division. Each business unit develops a strategic plan to carry that business unit into a profitable future. Finally, each product line brand develops a marketing plan for achieving its objectives. Although you as a startup entrepreneur and a small business owner may not be able to or capable to design your strategy to that level, but since we are trying to make your business in a most organized fashion, I would recommend you to follow this structure. Your marketing plan is the central instrument for directing and coordinating the marketing effort. It should operate at two levels: strategic level and tactical level. The strategic marketing plan lays out the target markets and the firm's value proposition based on an analysis of the best market opportunities. Whereas the tactical marketing plan specifies the marketing tactics, including product features, promotion, merchandises, pricing, sales, channels, and services. You should try to comply this in your business to make a strategic plan and implementation plan also. Some organizations have their business unit freedom to set own sales and profit goals and strategies, whereas others set goals for their business units but let them develop their own strategies. So that should be your growth plan, where many others set the goals and participate in developing individual business unit strategies. Now, all the big organizations undertake 4 planning activities: defining a mission, establishing strategic business units, assessing resources to each strategic business unit, assessing growth opportunities. Now, the question is whether this model is applicable to small businesses. To my opinion, yes, it is applicable. You should now at this stage should consider yourself as a strategic business unit and set your goals, set your strategies, set your plans as per that SBU planning norm. Let us start with defining the corporate mission or the business mission. Any organization exists to accomplish something, say to make cars or to lend money or to provide a night lodging, whatever business you do. Over time, the mission may get changed. In order to take advantage of new opportunities or respond to new market conditions. Take the example of Amazon. Amazon.com has changed its mission from being the world's largest online bookstore to aspiring to become the world's largest online store. Take the example of eBay, who has changed from running online auctions for collectors to running online auctions of all kinds of goods. Take the example of Dunkin' Donuts, which has switched its emphasis from donuts to coffee. So, to define its mission, your company should address Peter Drucker's classic question: what is your business? Who is the customer? What is of value to the customer? What will our business be? What should our business be? These simple sounding questions are among the most difficult a company will ever have to answer. So try to answer these classic questions of Peter Drucker right from the beginning of your journey. All the successful companies continuously raise and answer them. Organizations develop their mission statement to share with different stakeholders. A mission statement at their best when they reflect a vision, which is almost an impossible dream that provides direction for the next 10 to 20 years. Sony's former president, Akio Morita, wanted everyone to have access to personal portable sound. So, his company created the Walkman and portable CD player. Fred Smith wanted to deliver mail anywhere in the United States before 10:30 a.m. the next day. So he created FedEx. A good mission statement has 5 major characteristics. They focus on limited number of goals. They stress the company's major policies and values. They define the major competitive spheres within which the company will operate. They take a long-term view. They are as short, memorable, and meaningful as possible to the other stakeholders. You should treat yourself as a strategic business unit. Companies often define themselves in terms of products. They are in the auto business or the clothing business. Market definitions of a business, however, describe the business as a customer satisfying process. Products are transient. Basic needs and customer group endure forever. Transportation is a need. The horse and carriage, automobile, railroad, airline, ship, truck are the products that meet the need. Viewing your business in terms of customer needs can only suggest additional growth opportunities. Where a large market definition tends to focus on selling a product or service to a current market. Take the example of Pepsi. Pepsi could define its target market as everyone who drinks carbonated soft drinks, and its competitors would therefore be other carbonated soft drink company. So, a strategic marketing definition also focuses on the potential market. If Pepsi considered everyone who might drink something to quench their thirst, its competition would include non-carbonated soft drinks also, and the bottled water, fruit juice, tea, coffee, everything. But to better compete, Pepsi might decide to sell additional beverages with the promising growth rates. So, in industry also, you will find there is a duopoly in that carbonated soft drink market. There are two major players, Pepsi and Coke. A business can define itself in terms of three dimensions. Please note these three dimensions. One is the customer group. Second dimension is customer needs. And the third dimension is technology. Consider a small company that defines its business as designing of the lighting system for the television studio. Its customer group is television studio. The customer need is lighting, and the technology is the light which you are providing. So the company might want to expand to make lighting for home, for factory, or for office, or it could supply other service television studio need, such as heating, ventilation, air conditioning, etc. It could design other lighting technologies for the television studio, such as UV lighting, or perhaps environmentally friendly green fluorescent bulbs. Whereas the large companies normally manage quite different businesses and each require its own strategy, the small businesses like you do not have or may not have that kind of diversification. But your focus should also be on the same level of a corporate entity. Any strategic business unit, and I insist you to consider you as a strategic business unit. From that point of view, you should have three characteristics. It is a single business or a collection of related businesses that can be planned separately from rest of the activities. Second, it has its own set of competitors. Third, it has a management responsible for the strategic planning and profit performance, who controls most of the factors affecting the profit. The purpose of identifying the company's strategic business unit is to develop separate strategies and assign appropriate funding to all of them. Your management should know its portfolio of businesses usually includes a number of past business as well as future business. You should consider wisely while assigning the resource to each of your business activities. You should consider assessing your growth opportunities, and you should identify the strategic planning gap which is shown in this graph. There are three types of growth: intensive growth, integrative growth, and diversification growth. At this stage, you will have the portfolio of intensive growth. Gradually, you will move to integrative growth and diversification growth when you will grow. Your marketing innovation will start from here. Keep in mind that innovation in marketing is very critical. All imaginative ideas on strategy exist in many places within your organization. So you have to gather all marketing insights, all innovative ideas on one place. And you should do a scenario analysis to understand the opportunities around you. Business unit strategic planning, which I am emphasizing. The business unit strategic planning process consists of these steps shown in this chart. We will briefly examine each step. It starts from the business mission, which I discussed. Each business unit needs to define its specific mission within the broader mission of your organization. Now, while understanding the external environment and internal environment, you have to conduct SWOT analysis. SWOT is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis. Strength and weakness analysis are internal environment analysis, whereas opportunity and threat analysis are external environment analysis. Once you do both internal and external environment analysis, you should go for goal formulation, then strategy formulation, then the program formulation to achieve the strategy, then you should make your implementation plan for it and take the feedback and control mechanism. So these are the different steps of strategic business unit planning process. These are the external factors. I advise you to follow this matrix. It is a very simple matrix where you can identify the factors. In the opportunity matrix, you will find, say, these are the examples. Company develops more powerful lighting system. Company develops device to measure energy efficiency of the lighting system. Company develops device to measure illumination level. Company develops software program to teach lighting fundamentals to the TV studio personnel. And you put each of the factors in this matrix to understand the attractiveness and the success probability. Similarly, you can build this model for the threat matrix. Take the same example of lighting company. The threats may be the competitors develop superior lighting system. It may be major prolonged economic depression. It may be higher cost. It may be legislation to reduce number of TV studio licenses, and put these factors in this matrix in the same way to assess the seriousness of the threats and the probability of occurrence. Now, I should mention here that you need to be good at spotting the opportunities and consider these few things. Number one, your company may benefit from converging industry trends and introduce a hybrid product or service which is new to that market. Second, your company may make a buying process more convenient or efficient, like e-commerce. Your company may meet the need for more information and advice, like many portals are providing that service. Your company can customize a product or service, like Puma Creative Factory, located at Puma store. and Mumbai, which allows customers to build their own sneakers from an assortment of fabric and material. Next, your company can introduce a new capability. Your company may also be able to deliver a product or service faster, like FedEx. Your company may also be able to offer a product at much as in lower price. So these two analyses, the market opportunity analysis and the environmental analysis, will help you to develop your marketing strategy. One part we understood from here, the external factors. Now we should examine how to develop the internal strength. This is the checklist for internal analysis. You decide your own parameters. These are all examples, but you have to decide your own parameters and you compare the performance and importance as per your industry norm. So this is a checklist for performing strength and weakness analysis for your company. I would also like to mention here that in my strategy analysis class, I discussed the Porter's generic strategy. You should also apply those generic strategy in your business to assess your overall cost leadership, your differentiation, and your focus. You should develop a good strategic alliances. We take the example of all giant companies like AT&T or Philips or Tata or Nokia. They achieve their leadership with the help of forming alliances with domestic or multinational companies, which gave them enormous strength in market penetration. The strategic alliances take the form of marketing alliances, and they may fall into four major categories: product or service alliance, promotional alliance, logistics alliance, and pricing collaboration. So there are various models to do that, and this should be the core skill of any startup firms, and you should be an expert in partner relationship management, which is known as PRM, partner relationship management. I'm going to my next slide. Working within the plans set by the levels we discussed, your management should come up with a marketing plan for all individual activities, products, brands, channels, customer group you address to. Each product level, whether product line or brand, must develop a marketing plan for achieving its goal. You know that a marketing plan is a written document which summarizes what the marketers has learned about the marketplace and indicates how the firm plans to reach its marketing objectives. A good marketing plan should cover situational analysis, marketing strategy, financial projections, and also the risk analysis. And after that, there should be a control mechanism linked with the implementation of your project. The marketing plan criteria involve some basic questions to evaluate the marketing plan. Is the plan simple? Is it easy to understand and act on? Does it communicate its content clearly and practically? Is the plan specific? Are its objectives concrete and measurable? Does it include specific actions and activities, each with specific dates of completion, specific persons responsible, and specific budgets? Is the plan realistic? Are the sales growth, expense budget, and milestone dates realistic? Has a frank and honest self-critique been conducted to raise possible concerns and objections? Is the plan complete one? Does it include all the necessary elements? Does it have the right breadth and depth? So these are the basic questions you should ask while you will evaluate a marketing plan for your startup business. Now, it's your responsibility to convert the marketing plan into the marketing action. As I always suggested you, do not run any action without a plan, because it becomes a baseless thing. And if you take a plan but do nothing, that is also not good. So there should be a good integration between plan and the action, where the role of research and the role of relationships play a big impact. To develop innovative product, successful strategy, action program, you need up-to-date information about the environment, the competition, and the selected market segments. Now, often analysis of internal data is the starting point of assessing the current marketing situation, which can be supplemented by marketing intelligence and research investigation of the overall market scenario and the competition level, the key issues, threats and opportunities, etc. As the plan is put into the effect, the marketers use research to measure the progress towards objectives and identify areas for the improvement. Finally, market research helps any businessman learn more about their customer requirement, expectations, perceptions, satisfaction, and loyalty. Thus, the marketing plan should outline what market research will be conducted for your business and when, as well as how the findings will be applied. Similarly, the marketing plan shows how the company will establish and maintain profitable customer relationship. It also affects both internal and external relationships. First, it influences how marketing personnel work with each other and with other departments to deliver value and satisfy customers. Second, it affects how the company works with the suppliers, distributors, and partners to achieve the plan's objectives. Third, it influences the company's dealings with the other stakeholders, including the government bodies and media, and also the community at large. The marketing plan should define how progress towards objectives will be measured. Managers typically use budget, schedules, marketing metrics for monitoring and evaluating the results. With budget, you can compare planned expenditure with the actual expenditure for any given period. Schedules allow you to see when tasks were supposed to be completed and when they actually were. The marketing matrices track actual outcome of marketing to examine whether the company is moving forward towards the objectives. Thus, you can convert your marketing plan into a good marketing action. At the end of my today's session, I would like to say you that the key ingredients of marketing management process are very much insightful. Creative strategies and plans can guide the marketing activities. Developing a right marketing strategy over time requires a blend of discipline and flexibility. The startup firms and MSMEs must stick to a strategy, but also constantly improve it in this dynamic environment. You must develop strategies for a range of products and services within your organization to have a growth plan. Thank you very much. We can now go for the question answer. Anyone?
Sir, I don't have any question today.
Okay, thank you. Anyone has any question? So can we end our session here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can we end our session here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. And good night to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All these things I will send. I'm going to send you a marketing toolkit. I have to batch one. I sent strategy toolkit earlier. Today, after this session, tomorrow or day after, I'll be sending you a marketing toolkit where you will find all the formats to develop this marketing plan, which you should prepare.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for
Thank you,
joining,
sir.
and good night to all of you.